Yeah. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. Let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 77. You get that shit right? Yeah, episode 77 of the TGIF show. I'm your host, Hugo Smokes. I had to change my background because it's well, it's not raining anymore, but it was pouring since the morning, and my seat that I use is totally wet, so I'm not gonna sit there. So I'm sitting on a what is this thing called? It's this right here. It's for the bleachers. So you put it on the bleachers, and you know, it's got cushion. So actually, this chair is kind of like more comfortable than that one. I'm liking it. But anyway, first time smoking this Vitola of this cigar, the Atape in Duendes. I think it's a 6 1/8 by like 55, 54. I don't know. One of JD's favorites. So, I promised you guys I was going to smoke a banger on Wednesday. And I think this is a banger. It's starting off very good. By the way, let me know if you can hear me good. We got Edgar in the house. What's up, my boy? From Los Angeles. Is that echo coming from my audio? Because today I'm using AirPods. I couldn't set up like the whole fucking system and all that stuff, because of logistics. But let me know if it sounds pretty good. What's up? Ooh. JD, what's up, man? Buenos días, papi. Gabriel Méndez, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás? What's up, guys? And who else we got in here that commented? We got Jorge Silva. What's up, Georgie? Good morning, bro. How you guys doing today, by the way? I'm doing great. Before this weekend, I was pretty busy. Oh, one more person. What's up, Rick's chat? Good morning, bro. I was pretty busy, man. Just like, getting my trip ready, work, all this stuff. And then when I came back, you know, there was more things to take care of, like, you know, coordinating an event of like how should I say this, great magnitude with time requirements, like to be precise, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of work. And not only that, you know, um coordinating like the actual activities before and after, for a group of like, you know, 20 to 50 people. It just takes a lot, you know. You guys know I've been like, you know, kind of disconnected from the Discord groups and stuff like that, from all the chats and stuff like that, because I've just been swamped, like slammed all day, just messages, 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 messages from here to freaking everywhere. You know what I mean? Sending fucking deposits, uh, getting like last minor details done and stuff like that. So, my bad. I apologize. You know, I try to respond to everybody's comments. You know, when I have chance. I think I have. So that's good. But on Instagram, we have a Mustang Kid. What's up, man? We got Twinkie 323. We got Juan Navarro and Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer, Bossy Contours. Haven't seen you in a bit. Haven't seen you in a bit. How you doing? I hope life is treating you good. Edgar's got always like the perfect comments. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, if the guy would be more consistent, I wouldn't have to be doing this. You see what I'm saying? But I don't. Does he even smoke cigars anymore? Is he like working man cigars? He gets a hobby and then a month later he gives it up. I don't know. What can somebody tell me about Enzo? Um, so I wasn't gonna go live today because it was pouring, as you guys saw in the morning. Thankfully, it cleared up. You know, on my way to the gym. Um, but the only reason why I wanted to come, not the only reason, one of the reasons why I wanted to come live, I already screwed it up because I wanted to test out the new parameters on StreamYard, which allow you to like broadcast vertically, let's say Instagram. But I think you have to set it for a time in the future, like at least like 5-10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I did it like go live right now because I didn't have like a thumbnail. I didn't have anything. I literally just had walked in to my house. I had a banana for breakfast, 2 sips of this wonderful latte from El Cafecito, and that's it. You know, and I was getting I had my other camera. It's not even the one I usually stream on. It's a webcam. I hope it looks pretty good. But I screwed it up because I think you have to set it for the future. You know, like set it, like schedule it. So here I am. Juan on Instagram saying, "What's up, Juice? What's up, bro?" So I used to work at Home Depot when I was going to Cal Poly doing my undergrad, and that's where I know Juan, and they used to call me Juice because my name is Hugo, but Hugo is spelled with the H, not a J. But it's all good. You know what I mean? Let me. I think I need some flash. So if you guys are smoking something, let me know what that something is. I would want to know. Is it Fuente Friday? Is it Selected Tobacco Friday? For me, it is. What is it for you? Uh, Gabriel's asking, ¿Dónde está el Hugo? I'm in front of my house, right? You recognize it, right? Front doorstep. Oh, we got Shanica's in the house. ¿Qué pasa? Oh, Rick's from Kentucky. Hell yeah, what's up, bro? You got any horses? And he's saying he likes the duendes. What's up? Ah, okay, yeah, because you were waiting in the, okay, I gotcha. Right on. Exactly, right? Who? What? What are you talking about? This guy is like MIA, bro. I don't know. I hope he's doing good. I need to catch up with him. Looks like, he just might be concentrating on his family and stuff. This is where it's at right here. This one, the espíritus, the ritos, the dioses, the 8x50, and that's pretty much all. Oh no, actually, I've had the hechizos, the ídolos, the other little ones. I don't like them, but these thicker ring gauge ones, like, they're good, and the lancero, it's really good. So anyway, um, what was I gonna say? I don't have any information on updates on like tobacco laws and stuff like that because I haven't done any research on that because I've been busy, right? But I gotta read this fucking comment right here. Uh, get that money, JD. Hold on. What the fuck, bro? I sold my coffee on my back home. The lid on the Starbucks cup was deformed. I'm about do it, bro. Do it. Oh my god. I think you and I have the same problem, bro. So this one, it was leaking from the bottom. Look, I lifted it up from my cup holder, and it had like a little puddle. And and I was like, "What the fuck's going on, dude?" But it thankfully just stayed there, and I think it stopped. Gabriel is asking a very important question. What is the topic of today? Well, if you guys watch the Stoic Society podcast, oh man, the sun's coming out on Wednesday. Today's topic is drink cielo, and your life will be perfect, and you will have no problems. Dude, the fucking sun is gonna mess up my fucking transmission. Hold up, guys. I'm gonna turn off my camera. I'm still here. Ah, shit. Maybe. Anyways, I'm still here. Let me just fix something real quick. Um, no, today's topic is just I miss you guys. That's it. Miss you guys. I'm back smoking cigars, which is good. You know what I mean? Um, Nothing special, man. I just wanted to smoke a cigar with my crew, with my people that watch me. I want to tell you a little bit about my trip, whatever details I can. Some of them I can't disclose for obvious reasons, but it's okay because you don't need to know those things. There we go. That's a lot better. Is that a lot better? Hell yeah. All right. On Instagram, we have my boy Noah. What's up, Noah? And my cousin Liz. ¿Qué pasa, Liz? Oh, mo- uh, probably everybody knew that I had ordered a few boxes of Cuban cigars, right, to get delivered to Mexico. And then because obviously, the you can get them delivered there easier, as opposed to the United States. So I went ahead and did that, and I thought it was like a fucking badass, right? Like, hell yeah, I'm gonna pick up these fucking cigars. Obviously, like the intention was to have them for the wedding. Um, so we go down there, Gabriel and I, and another one of my friends. And well, actually, rewind. I ordered the cigars sometime in October, and then oh great, now it's windy. Oh my. Ah. I ordered the cigars sometime in October. The cigars were delivered Halloween. Not delivered, I'm sorry. They landed at the postal service there in Mexico, Jalisco, on October 31st, Halloween. Because I was tracking them. I was like, yes, they're there, right? You know what happens when it rains, right? It gets windy after. Damn it. So yeah, they were at the station. Shit, I lost my ash. Um, they were at the station on October 31st. So then we get there October 13th, right? It's 2 weeks from October. I'm sorry, November 13th. From October 31st to November 13th, the cigars went. Hold on, I'll be right back. This wind, god damn it. From October 31st to November 13th, uh they went through like they went through like three stations, three postal stations, and they finally arrived at a station close to my venue, and I'm like, all right, cool, hopefully they're gonna stay here, right? And they did. So then we go to that postal service to get the cigars. And the lady finds them, right? The lady finds the cigars. And I'm like, cool. But then she has like a look in her face like she was confused. She was confused. So she hands me like this paper. Oh, and then Gabriel's signing in the back. So I'm like, we got the cigars, like we got them, bro. And then she's like, she goes to the back. She comes back and I'm like, is everything okay? Are the cigars here? She's like, yeah, the cigars are here. But I was like, oh shit, not but. Please, no buts. I don't want a butt right now, you know? Um, she's like, and I'm sorry, the comments I'll address them right now, but I gotta tell the story. Um, so I was like, what's going on? She's like, there's an additional piece of paperwork here that it's not common. I've seen it before, but it's not common, right? I'm like, okay, what is it? She's like, it's an extra payment you have to make. And I'm like, okay, is it taxes? What is it? She's like, no, it's taxes, but not the regular tax, not like sales tax. It's an import tax. And I'm like, oh shit, that does not sound good, right? And I was like, all right, how much is it? So she hold on. So she gives me the thing, and I look at the number and I say, there's got to be an error in this, in how many figures there are on this paper. This does not make sense. This is not sales tax. And she's like, I know. I haven't seen a number this big for a package delivered to this post office. And I'm like, okay. We need to figure this out. She's like, yeah. She's like, all right, you need to go pay this to the bank, right? But when you go, ask them if it's an error. And I was like, okay, I'll go and ask if it's an error, you know, and whatever. It has a barcode and everything. And so like Gabriel needed to pull cash out. So I'm like, dude, let's walk across the bridge and let's go to the bank and let's go figure out what the hell's going on with this thing. And he's like, all right, let's go. So I go to the bank and the guy gets the paper. He's like, okay, you want to pay this? And I'm like, no, I don't want to pay this. I want to know if this is correct first. Can you help me out with that? And he's like, well, yes and no. He's like, I'm like, can you just scan the barcode and see if it's correct? Like the lady said, maybe if you scan the barcode, maybe the number will change. He's like, I understand this is a high number, but we don't do that. Like this transaction is special. I have to input it manually. I don't scan it. And I'm like, okay, you guys need to communicate with the post office because she thinks you could just scan it and you get like a figure. And he's like, no, it doesn't work like that. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, it's got to be cash. And oh, okay, that makes things even easier, right? And I'm like, can I wire you the money? He's like, no, it's got to be like cash. And I'm like, I'm like, okay. So you can't do anything about it, right? He's like, no. And then by that time, Gabriel had pulled out money, and he's got his own thing going on because the ATM shortchanged him like fucking $20, 400 pesos for those math majors that are in here. Right? So he's dealing with this thing, and I'm like, all right, so I'm like, we got to go back over there, bro, and we have to figure out what the hell's going on, right? So Gabriel couldn't figure out his thing. Well, they couldn't help him. He had to come back the next day. So all right, let's go back to the post office. So let me tell you first, the cigars I paid in euros. All right, it was 910 euros, which converts over to $1,100, right? So I was already paid for. The amount that I had to pay was 20. Okay, so if you convert $1,100 to pesos, it's around 22,000 pesos. Okay, 22,000. Remember that. All right. The fee for me to get the cigars out of jail was 28,000 pesos, $1,600, $500 more than what I paid for the product. The cigars were not worth $2,700. They weren't. Okay. Two of them were regular releases, and one of them was a regional. But they nowhere on this earth were they worth the money. So I told Gabriel, I was like stressing, dude. I was like stressing. I was stressed the f out, right? Because I was dealing with other stuff. And I was like, Gabriel, do you think that what would you do, bro? He's like, ah. And Gabriel, he's a thinker, you know. Like you show him a color that's like black or blue, and he has to think about it when you ask him what color it is. He's that much of a thinker, right? He's like, I don't know. It's a tough call. And I'm like, look, Gabriel, the cigars are not worth $2,700. They're not, okay? The cigars are not worth $2,700. That's number one. And I don't want to pay the excise tax, the whatever they're charging me. So he's like, yeah, man, it's a tough call, you know. So anyway, we go back to the post office, and I said, she's like, did they sort things out? And I'm like, no, they didn't sort things out. He told me that he cannot give me the amount because this, and this. And he's like, are you serious? And I'm like, I'm dead serious, lady. I'm not playing. And then she's like, damn, so what are you gonna do? And I'm like, first of all, oh, no. She says, you know what? I think I can help you. She says, I think I can help you. I'm like, okay, what? She's like, you can fill out this paperwork And you can fill out this one form, and maybe I can send it in, right? I can send it into their headquarters or whatever, and they might be able to review the charge and possibly give you a different amount and this and that. And I'm like, all right, how much is that gonna cost me? She's like, nothing. You just have to pay me my fee, which is 43 pesos, $2.25, and I'll send this in. And I'm like, how long am I gonna get an answer by? She's like, in about 3 weeks. I'm like, what the? And I'm like, and meantime, the cigars are gonna stay here? She's like, yeah, they have to stay here. And I'm like, damn, well, I'm coming back in 5 weeks for my wedding, so I mean that might work out. She and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, so is it like guaranteed that they're gonna fix it? She's like, no, it's not guaranteed. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help, you know? So anyway, so she's like, it might take 2 to 3 weeks. We don't guarantee if it's gonna work or not. And that's that. And I'm like, fuck. So I was like, what do I need? And she's like, yeah, you need to write out like, hey, I need you guys to review this fee, whatever, blah blah, and see if you can adjust it or whatever. And I'm like, all right, that's easy. I can do that. I know how to write in Spanish. And then what else? She's like, I need a photocopy of your passport and then a photocopy of the sales thing. And I'm like, all right. So then I hit up the shop. I was like, hey, I need a copy of your receipt, the sales, the customs declaration and all that stuff. Oh, by the time I had already hit up the guy. I was like, dude, these guys are charging a fee to take out the cigars. Have you ever seen this? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. So, oh, Gabriel, I was like, Gabriel, look up what's going on. Like, what am I paying? Because the lady didn't know. She just said it's an importe. It's an import fee, right? So, and Gabriel looks it up, and he looks at me. He's like, and I'm like, no fucking way, dude. Apparently, Mexico, in the past 2 months, 3 months, I don't know when, implemented a tariff tax on tobacco, 160%, papi. Toma, way, 160% on tobacco, alcohol, and I forget what else, right? So if you're like anybody that imports tobacco, like even like a store, they have to pay that. Casa de Lavano has to pay that. Do they pay it? I'm not gonna say if they do or they not, because I don't want to get my friend in trouble, but let's just leave it at that. So me being a civilian, I don't know people. I called SAT, which is IRS over there. I called Aduanas, which is CB. What is it? What is it? Customs, Borders, and CBP. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I couldn't get anybody on the phone. It was Thursday late in the afternoon. Anything I did had to be done on Friday. Long story short, I was like, all right, I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I will give you the stuff you're asking me for. And I'm gonna be back for my wedding, in 5 weeks. So hopefully I can pick up the products, right? So we leave. And then meanwhile, I was messaging back and forth with the guy that sold me the stuff. It's a reputable shop. I was like, dude, like, what are we gonna what can I do? He's like, I don't know, man. Like, I've never seen this. And I'm like, look, I have a cousin that lives here. Because when he was originally sending the stuff, he was gonna send a DHL, but he was asking for a like an ID number, which is it's kind of like a ITIN, like a taxpayer ID number. I don't have that because I don't conduct business over there. I don't work over there, right? Even though I'm a Mexican national, I don't have that. So I was like, I don't have that, dude. So he sent it like UPS, I think, because the box was UPS. But it went through like regular postal mail, which I don't know. So then I was like, what if, I can get somebody, what if I can return it and have you send it to this person, this and that, the whole thing. He's like, oh, maybe, blah, blah, blah. So then, overnight, I just thought about it and I told Gabriel, I was like, Gabriel, Gabriel was like, well, can you just return it and he can give you your money back? And I'm like, that's a great point. I don't know. I haven't thought about that. The cigars have been here for 2 weeks. You think he's going to take them back? He's like, I don't know. Ask. So, anyways, we went to go have dinner. Oh, we went to go check in to the Airbnb. We went to go have dinner. And then we went to Casa de Habano, smoked a cigar. And then we went to another place, smoked another cigar. And by then, my mind was clear, right? I had a clear mind. And then I got ideas. I was like, all right, cool. So, had a good night, slept. And then the next morning, we were getting ready to head out, because we had to do stuff. And I'm like, Gabriel, I'm gonna tell, like, we're still here at the Airbnb. I'm gonna tell this guy, I'm at the post office and they're just giving me too much shit. Like, I can't provide the stuff. What he declared on the customs amount, he declared 50 euros value for the package. It wasn't 50 euros, it was 910 euros. Okay. The sales receipt said 910 euros. So if I give them the sales receipt and then the declaration, it's not gonna make sense, right? They're gonna be like, why? How, you paid 20 times the amount. What's going on here? Not only that, the guy put on the contents of the package, tabaco cubano cigarros. I was like, okay, that's smart. You don't do that, you know. Um, you know what? I just realized I went live on. Oh my goodness, I went live on my personal IG, not my Ugo Smokes. Oh my fucking god, dude. I was like, why are all these people? Oh my god, they're probably like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I'm like, why are all these personal friends joining my live? Where's everybody else? Oh my fucking god, dude. Ah man, what a wonderful day. Hijo de su madre. Anyways, dude, the fucking enjoy, guys. Enjoy. This is what I do on Ugo Smokes. Um, yeah, so customs, I'm pretty sure, saw the description right away because the package was open. It was examined by customs and then it was taped up, right? And and then I was like, they fucking examined the cigars, dude. You know what I mean? And I'm like, couldn't you have put like Bible studies, Bible contents, fucking I don't know, flashlights, uh, something else, dude? There, nothing's gonna happen if yeah, you could put other descriptions on custom declarations, by the way. You know what I mean? You're sending it to an individual. They're not gonna go and arrest you. Like Interpol's not gonna like go raid your house. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I said, dude, they're giving me too much shit, dude. Can I just return the cigars? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, my God, dude, I literally had a fucking heart attack. I had a heart attack. I had a heart attack. Oh, by then we already had a box of QD50s. from El Casa del Habano. So I was feeling a little bit better, you know what I mean? So I think that gave me like ideas, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, let's do this, let's do that, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yes, yes. I was like, all right, cool. Uh, um, uh, hold on, hold on. I'm talking to the lady. I wasn't talking to the lady. I was still getting dressed. And this is all happening through WhatsApp. By the way, for you guys that don't know what WhatsApp is, it is like the best communication tool uh app that you can have on your phone because it's international. Like people make fun of WhatsApp because a lot of like uh international people use it, but they use it because it's fast, it's reliable. You can talk to anybody in the world with it. It goes through your data, so as long as you have data, you know you're able to communicate, and it's super fast. iMessage sucks when there's no signal. WhatsApp, you send a 50 MB video, and um, it sends it like right away. You know what I mean? It's fast. So anyway, we go back to the postal service, right? Go back to the postal service, and the lady has a big smile on her face. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna pay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna pay. I'm gonna return it. Can I return it? What do I owe you?" And she's like, "Oh, you're not gonna take your stuff?" I'm like, "No, I don't. The stuff is not worth 20. At that at that time, it would be in pesos. It would be 47,000 pesos. Um, what's in there? It's not worth 47,000 pesos. You saw the receipt. It said 50 euros. 50 euros is $75. Is $75 is about 1,800 pesos. Okay, would you pay 47,000 pesos for 17 for something that's worth 1,700 pesos? She's like, no. I'm like, I'm not either. What do I need to do? What do I sign? And then she's like, nowhere. I'm just gonna say you didn't accept the package, and I'm just gonna return it to sender. And I was like, okay, thank you. You could have just said that yesterday instead of having me to go fucking pay the fee when you knew that it was excessive. You know what I mean? So that's a story on me uh, buying 3 boxes of habanos from a certain place, shipping them to a place where they accept the tobacco. But there's a new, so there's like 3 taxes. There's like the IVA, which is sales tax. There's like another tax, which I don't remember. Gabriel, what is it? And I'm not going to look it up because I just have my regular setup. And then there's it's like an excise tax or like a luxury tax or like a tobacco tax or something like that, right? And and yeah, so that amounts to like the amount, because it makes sense. Let's say $1,000, 1.6, 160%, right? $1,600 fee, 28,000 pesos. So long story short, do your research before you buy Cuban cigars. Okay, they're really good. If I could smoke Cuban cigars every day and at a base, I would do so. You know, um, are they worth the hassle? I don't know. It depends on you. It depends how much hassle you got to go through. You know what I mean? Um, some retailers send them to the states. Again, you're risking confiscation, right? If you have global entry, Sentry, whatever, there's one for Canada. They could revoke that. So if you are a frequent traveler, you're risking that. So yeah, if you needed some tips on Cubans, that's like your number one tip right there. And do the research. You know what I mean? Um, that's all I could say about that. So we were in Casa de Lavano, and you know that all they well actually they don't only have Cubans. They have like some other stuff. I don't know why, but it's mostly Cubans, right? And so then we're smoking, and then I was like, Gabriel, what do you want to smoke? And he's like, He's like, whatever's. And I'm like, okay. He's like, you pick. I'm like, okay, cool. We hadn't smoked anything, like nothing in the day. We were like running around like fucking like this and that. And I was like, all right, let's have a good treat. That's not gonna hurt the wallet, right? Cutie 50s. I was like, hey, Samuel, the cigar CEO, by the way, on Instagram, the cigar CEO Samuel Benavides. He's like, hey, tienes unos cutie 50s? He's like, ¿qué? And I'm like, que dorse 50s, robustos. And he's like, oh, sí. I'm like, dame dos. Give me this, and that, and then I'll meet you upstairs. I'm like, all right, cool. Got some drinks, went upstairs, nice lounge. It's like a bookstore. It's like a 2-story Casa Habano, like really slender. And upstairs is like it's just all smoking area. And then like about two walls, one long one, and then the one in the back is like all books. It's like, it looks like Harry Potter fucking lives there and shit. So then we're smoking the cigar. I'm like, Gabriel, have you ever smoked a cigar? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. Lit it up. We're smoking. Gabriel's like, damn, this cigar is good. I'm like, yeah, and it's only $20, 500 pesos. He's like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, yes, that's how much it is. And there was only like a few of them left. So then by that time, we had the cigars. Oh, we didn't have the drinks yet, I think. So then the lady comes up and they're like, she brings us the drinks, like, is everything good? I'm like, yeah. And then Samuel comes up. He's like, hey, are you guys okay? He's like, yeah, we're chilling, man. We're good. We're having a good time. We had a rough day. And I told him the whole thing about like the whole situation about the cigars. And he's like, you really like those? I'm like, I love the cutie 50s and 52s. Those are the ones that I smoked. I haven't smoked any of the other ones, other Vitolas. He's like, okay. He's like, you want a box? I'm like, do you have a box? He's like, maybe. Let me go look. I'm like, all right, cool. So he leaves. Meanwhile, me and Gabriel are planning our mischievous rest of the weekend, right? And he comes back up like 20 minutes later. He's like, I have this. I found one. It's the last one I have. And I was like, okay, your MSRP is this. So, that times 25 is this much. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm like, I have so much money like on hold because of those 3 boxes. Oh, he thought that price was only for 1 box, but I had paid $1,100. I'm like, no, it's 3 boxes, three of them, 2 regular production, 1 regional. And he's like, oh, okay, I get it. And I'm like, yeah. So how much you want for that box? He's like, okay, well, it's this much, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, I'll give you 10% off of it. I'm like, all right, wrap it up for us, and we're gonna take these other ones too. He's like, these other singles, right? He's like, cool. So we fucking keep smoking the cigars and shit. We're getting, I think we got like old fashions. Oh, first time Gabriel trying Selección Maestro, Havana Club. I mean, the royalty over there, they drink, well, for royalty, Havana Club is like fucking Presidente or like Jack Daniels, right? Because they drink, shit, what's that fucking rum that's like, I can't remember right now, but it's like a last name. That's like the top notch rum in Cuba. Like fucking only Castro and royalty used to, or whatever, famous people used to fucking drink that shit, right? So so we're drinking that. I'm like, how's the rum, hero? How's it pairing with that cigar? He's like, fuck, dude, this is fucking good. I'm like, right, right. And we're drinking fucking Santiago. Thank you. Yes, yeah. If you know Cuban rum, you got Santiago and the original one, right? So anyway, by the way, by the people that are listening on Instagram, I messed up. I had I was logged into my personal account. Uh, I do this every Friday morning. Um, but my smoking channel is Hugo Smokes together, right? But I messed up because I was using my computer to DM when I was working because my phone was charging. But anyway, if you guys want to follow me on Hugo Smokes, go ahead. It's open. It's an open account. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm smoking an Atabay. This is a very nice cigar. This cigar here, I think it's worth like $40. And it comes in a nice tubo. I don't have it. It's inside my house. And it has Costa Rican tobacco, Peruvian ligero, Peruvian pelo de oro, uh, and some other stuff that they don't want to disclose. But it's a really good cigar, very smooth. So, anyways, what was I at? Oh yeah, so we were drinking the we got some Cuban rum, and just with one block of ice, very nice block of ice. They stamp it with the Casa de Lavano leaf, and yeah, so we had a great time. So we got the box, and then we did our thing. Gabriel got his money back. The 300 pesos he lost on the ATM, so that's good. So no, because the agency that was charging the fee was not the postal service. It was SAT. So it was CBT, or is it CBP? CBP, Customs Border Patrol Protection, whatever the fuck it is, right? It was that agency, but that agency, the office was already closed when I was like there dealing with my situation. You see what I'm saying? Uh, so I had to go the next day and probably spend the whole day there, which I didn't have the whole day because I had to do other stuff. You see what I'm saying? I was really busy over there. We were really busy over there. And check this out. So I think SAT is like the top, and then aduanas, which is like customs protection, is right below it. But they were together, right? But they weren't together anymore a week ago, since a week ago. So I'm like, that's another fucking variable in the equation. I'm like, so who do I talk to? Can I talk to Clara Shaban? Can she help me? I, you know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? So I'm so glad that I was able to just return the stuff. That's exactly what Gabriel said. Like, what if we tell her this and that? I'm like, I tried, but no, dude. Like, it's not her call. You know what I mean? It's not her call. If it was her call, trust me, that would have been done. I would have gave her 1,000 pesos. You know what I mean? And pesos too. So then, fast forward to Sunday, right? So I was like, all right, we got these cutie 50s. They're from July of 2025, right? That's the date on the box. So I'm like, I don't know if these are gonna be good, and we need to find out because I need them for December 21st. So I'm like, and I'm not gonna smoke them right now because I want to record an unboxing so I can post it on the channel, right? Um, so I was like, we need to get more cigars. So I'm like, all right. So we go back on Sunday, Casa de Lavano. We woke up early. Our flight was scheduled to depart at 5:15 p.m. So because we had to check out at 11, so we were on the road. I was gonna take Gabriel to like El Mercado, which is where all the locals hang out. I love going there when I'm on vacation. I love getting a torta de milanesa with a chocomil. Chocomil is a milkshake in Mexico. They can put whatever you want in it. Banana, strawberry, papaya, melon, berries. And it costs like 50 cents, and it's so delicious. And then the torta de milanesa costs $1.50. So you pay 50 pesos for breakfast over there. You see what I'm saying? So that right here is about $20 worth because that's how much you would pay here. 15 and then 5 for your drink. Um, so then I was like, let's go over there. He's like, why don't we go have another cigar? You know, Gabriel, first time going to Casa de Lavano, he fucking loved it. I'm like, that's a great idea, bud. I'm like, do you want to get something to eat first? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. Remember when we went to Casa de Lavano, we stopped by some tacos and they were really good? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I remember they had lunches. And over there, a lonche is like a lunchable, right? So they have like, it's actually like a sandwich, like a torta with bolillo. And you can put like, again, like bread. I'm sorry, you can put like chorizo, carne, whatever you want. And it comes with tomato and all that stuff. And I'm like, they had lunches. We could have a lonche, you know, we could have whatever. And then he's like, that sounds good. I'm like, remember, it was on the way right before we hit the mall, Andares, which is where Casa Lavano is. He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, keep an eye out. You know, I'm driving. I'm drinking the beer and shit. You know, trucha. And then he's like, all right, cool. And then oh, hold on. Here we go. What's up, Fabian? And I'm sorry, I'm not addressing the people that are coming in. I'm over here like before I forget my story. You know what I mean? And Chocomil, he crashed 1,000. Um, So and we're driving, and I'm like, oh, remember it was orange, like the fucking canopy and all that shit? He's like, yeah. So and we're driving, and then I'm like, there, it's right there. And we get off, you know, we get lunch because you know we were like, we needed to get Gabriel. By the way, he eats every 3 fucking hours over there. You know, he's expensive. I was like, dude, like you're supposed to be helping me out, not fucking hurting my wallet, right? I only eat once when I'm in Mexico. I stayed hydrated over there, if you know what I mean. You know, fucking 6 pack in the car, pop a fucking all day, bro. So good over there. I don't know what they do to the beer over there, but it tastes. I don't drink beer here. Beer here. All I drink is alcohol. You know. Um. So anyway, we go to the Casa de Lavano, and I'm like, dude, Gabriel's. If you guys think I smoke slow, Gabriel smokes in a logarithmic function slower than me. Like he's a fucking snail. I don't know why. And then so I'm like, technically, let me see, let me do the math backwards. We have to be at the airport at this time, so we need this much of a window because I got to drop off the rental. Oh, because I drive over there. All right, I'm not scared. I always rent a car in Mexico. I drive. Gabriel drove. Like, you know, it's cool. You know, so I got to drop off the rental, this and that. So we got to be at the rental place from here, which is an hour away. At this time, we got to leave at this time, so we have an hour and a half so we can smoke a short Corona. A short Corona, I told him, and we're gonna enjoy the shit out of this short Corona, dude. Okay. So then he's like, "All right, cool." He looked at me like in disbelief, right? He's like, "Fuck, dude, I want like a robusto or like a something, you know." I'm like, "Don't worry about it, bro." So I pick a Monte Cristo short Corona. Don't ask me what year. I don't ask the years because they're there. That's all they have. So it is what it is. So we're smoking it, and the first fucking puff he takes, he's like, wow, this is really good. He's like, do they have any more? I'm like, yeah, they have an open box and they have, I think I saw like 2 boxes. And he's like, how much is it? And I'm like, I think they're like 17 bucks, dude, or 22, something like that. Oh yeah, 440 pesos, $22. Okay. And then he's like, let's get another box. And I'm like, that sounds like a pretty good idea. But if my memory serves me correct, uh um duty free in at the airport, um they have a lot of like short smokes, and I'm pretty sure I saw this one and I saw another one that I wanted to get last time, but I couldn't buy it because I was flying nationally back to Tijuana, which is what we're doing right now. So we can't buy it. You see what I'm saying? But our other friend was flying to Ontario, to the United States of America. right? So he could buy the cigars, or he can purchase the cigars, right? So I'm like, check this out, bro. Relax. We're gonna go to duty free, and we'll check what they have. He's like, but I thought we can't buy stuff. I'm like, we can, but he can. He's like, he's all confused, right? Gabriel's like that. He gets confused a lot. He thinks a lot. So then, so we go to the airport, and I told my buddy, I was like, hey, oh, because I did a paro, which is a favor to my friend. I bought him because he was staying like at a town that's further out, and I was staying like in Guadalajara City. We had bought two bottles of a banging ass fucking tequila, Herradura Cristalino. It barely came out like 2 months ago, right? Smoothest tequila you're ever gonna drink. And we had drank it on Friday night. 2 bottles we killed. And then he's like, "Hey, do they still have the bottles?" Um, he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Can you buy them for me and then take them to the airport?" And I'm like, "Yes, I could. I could do that for you." So 2 bottles, banging ass tequila, 900 pesos, $45, 22.50 each. Those bottles are worth at least 65, 70 each. Okay. Can you guys hear the trash can guy? Or no? Are we good? Because he's fucking loud. Somebody say something? No? Okay. So then we go to the airport, and I give my friend the bottles. He had already paid me for them. And then I was like, hey, bro. I was like, you're going to Ontario, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, can you do me a favor? He's like, yeah. I'm like, can you purchase? There's cigars up there. If there's something that we like, can you purchase it for us, and then give them to me and when we get back home? Because we're flying to Tijuana, right? We still had to drive up to Los Angeles. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, cool. So now everybody used to go up to the same a TSA, and then go to your sala, to your gate, right? But now they divided that airport into like national flights and international flights. So my friend went to the international gates, and we went to the national gates, but they all meet upstairs, right? That's where the duty free is. So then we go up there, me and my friend, and then I'm like, where's I was like, let's go see the cigars, and we're looking. I'm like, all right, I see the box that I had seen last time, you know. I was like, all right, I want to get those. The H Upman, media Corona media, half Coronas, and and then I go to the Monte Cristos, and I'm like, Gabriel, they have the Monte Cristos right here. And then let me address this guy right here. Do you want me to stop? Should I stop, or should I keep on going? Let me know. I'll wait for your answer. I'll wait for your answer, Edgar. And you better type something, bro. You better type something right now. Should I stop, or should I keep on going? Everybody's waiting for you, Edgar. Everybody, there's 13 people on here. There's 5 people on Instagram. Thank you. And by the way, Edgar, if you feel that you can do a better job at broadcasting live, let me know. Next time, I will send you the link, the StreamYard link, and you can join. Okay? You want to do that? Let me know if you want to do that. Let me know if you want to do that, and we can make that happen like this. No, I'm not mad, dude. I'm not mad. I feel disrespected because those comments that he puts every time, they're not nice. You know what I mean? It's not easy being up here on live. I was gonna say live TV, broadcasting live. You know, it's not easy. Anyway, where were we at? Oh, we're at the duty free, right? Um, we're at the duty free, and then oh yeah. So Gabriel's asking all these questions. Okay, then shut up, bro. Be quiet. Just listen. Just listen, bro, because you like you break my train of thought, and you know you distract me in a bad way, not in a good way, okay? And other people too that are trying to have fun here and then just like smoke a good cigar. Like now I don't even know if I want to keep smoking the cigar. It was so good. The coffee's so good, dude. Anyway, so we're upstairs, and then so Gabriel's asking all these questions like, wait, but we can't fly, we can't get the cigars, we this and that. And I'm like, Gabriel, just stop. I'm gonna select the cigars, and then we're just trust me. So I get my card, right? It has a chip. I give it to my friend. So by that time, I had already selected the cigars. The lady was looking at me like, hey, the lady was looking at me like, why? He's like, who's those cigars for? I'm like, they're for him, but he wanted me to select them because I know a little bit of about cigars. So, he wanted me to help him out. And then I'm like, okay. He wanted me to help him out. So so she's like, all right, cool. So my friend gets the card. We go to the counter. I'm right behind him, right, like side by side for if anything happens. And then the guy's like, let me have your passport and let me have your admission ticket, your boarding pass. And he's like, all right, cool, boom, scan the fucking thing, and voila, he put them in the fucking zip, like the duty free bag and shit like that. And then and then we were on our way. He puts them in the bag, and then we walk out, and he gives me the bag, and then I put him in my bag because I don't want him to go through customs because that means that he's gonna get customs in the U.S., right? Because that's another risk. So I give them to me. I'm driving across the border in my car. You know, I don't have anything in my car. You see what I'm saying? You got it. You guys got it. All right. So now we have 3 boxes of Cubans, with I would say 1% of risk of the other 3 boxes that I had purchased before. So that's my story on Cuban cigars. And if you guys want, if you guys really have the urge to have it, that's one of the consequences that I had to pay. Unless you know somebody that has legit Cuban. That's another thing. Like legit Cubans, like they're counterfeited. They're counterfeited so much. You see what I'm saying? You got to buy them at a reputable source. Usually, somebody that has been smoking Cubans for more than your 6 months of smoking cigars, and you think you're like a professional, including myself. So yeah, it's an interesting market. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all smoke cigars to enjoy ourselves, right? To what is that word I'm looking for? To reflect on life, right? To enjoy our time, to conversate with the people that we enjoy conversating with. Um, sometimes, sometimes, when people ask me like, "What's the best cigar you've had in the past 6 months?" and I say, "Well, I don't know, but I can tell you that I had a great conversation with so and so, and we were smoking this cigar, and it was pretty good." So that's what I remember, the time, because that's one thing you're never gonna get back, time in this life, right? So anyway, it was totally worth flying out of Tijuana because if you guys know anything about crossing back in Tijuana, there's a long line all the time, right? I don't have Sentry yet. I just applied for it. Uh, Gabriel doesn't either. But even if he had it and I didn't, we couldn't drive across because my car isn't registered. And then everybody in the vehicle has to have a Sentry or global entry or whatever. And what was I gonna say? So yeah, so there's like 3 ways to come back from Tijuana, right? Um, we're I was fucking reading ahead. So I like going one certain way, right? But we had already passed by there, and I saw the line was like super long. So I was like, all right, cool. I remember that. So then we go kind of like around to go get some tacos, and we wanted to go. I wanted to go get another bottle of a bottle of Selección Maestro Havana Club. Um, and then Gabriel was gonna buy a bottle of that tequila, right? Because we couldn't bring the tequila because first of all, they didn't have it as duty free, and even if they did, we couldn't bring it. Actually, maybe we could have brought it because it was duty free. Anyway, they didn't have it, so he wanted to get that bottle of tequila in in uh in Tijuana. So we went. They had the bottle. They had my Havana Club, and then um we had tacos, and then we were gonna drive across. So we're driving through downtown Tijuana, right? Because that's the way to get out to go back to the other side, to go back to the border thing. And then there's a Costco right near where there's one port of entry, and that's the other one, right? That's the other one. So then I had to make a. Actually, I came from behind it, right? From behind it, and then to go back into the U.S. is this way. So then it's dark, and I look over, and the entrance to cross the border is empty, bro, empty. And I'm like, what the fuck? That shit doesn't make sense. But it does make sense because if you know Tijuana, they usually close the border sometimes because they're assholes. The Mexican police does, you know what I mean? They close the border, and then so then I was like, light bulb. So I'm going in the way to the other place, but you can do a U-turn and go to the place where there's no line, right? The entry. So then I told Gabriel, "Did you see that? There's no line." And Gabriel's like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Never mind, Gabriel. I'll tell you later." So I do a U-turn, and everybody's like being detoured to another way, but I don't go that way. I go the way I saw there's no line. As soon as we go, there's a fucking Dodge Ram quad cab, unmarked with fucking lights. You know what that means, right? Federales. And I'm like, oh shit, something fucking happened right here, dude. Like, we better fucking. But he was coming here, and I was here, and I was like, see ya, buddy. Fucking booked it. Went through everything. 6 cars in front of us to cross the border, dude. And then the fucking lines on the other side, probably like an hour and a half wait, 2 hours. And I'm like, Gabriel's like, what the fuck did you just do? And I'm like, I don't know, but we're gonna cross like in 10 minutes. Gabriel's like still like he has no idea what's going on. And then we get to the oh, okay. I had told Gabriel, put the bottles in the back seat, put the seatbelt on them, and just leave them there, okay? When I cross the border, I take off my, if I'm wearing these, I take these off. Because by the way, these are prescription glasses for those of you that are wondering and wonder why I wear sunglasses on my live streams. All my sunglasses are prescription sunglasses. I pay like $250 to get the prescription lens on it because I wear regular glasses, right? So if I'm wearing these during the day, when I cross the border, I take them off and I put my regular glasses on, take off my hat, show respect to CBP, and yeah. So and then I rolled down all my windows, right? So it was night. I had my regular glasses on. So we go, and then this line's taking. You know how when well, I don't know if you know, but when you cross, you always notice the line that takes forever. If you're in that line, that's not good because that means that that guy is either sending people to the second inspection a lot or he's a dick, right? He's asking too many questions. So we're in the line where they're taking forever. And I'm like, shit, all right, cool. I'm like, all right, so we're driving and then we're next. And then I see the guy and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay. And I tell Gabriel, doesn't he look like Sips and Sticks, like DC, like your brother-in-law? And he fucking laughs. And by the time we get to the caseta, to the thing, to the toll box, whatever, we're laughing. He's like, "Why are you guys laughing?" I'm like, "Dude, you look like this guy's fucking brother-in-law." He's like, "Really?" We're like, "Yes, dude, you do." And he's like, "He must be a handsome individual." And I'm thinking to myself, "No, you fucking did it, dude. He calls himself El Gordito Guapo." Man, that we were fucking busting up. So, anyways, they're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm gonna drop this guy off in Fontana. I'm gonna go to my home in La Puente." He's like, "You bringing anything back?" We're like, "Yeah, we're bringing these whatever's in the back right here, bro. That's it. That's it, boss." He goes. The windows are already down. He shuffles the things. He's like, "All right, 2 bottles. There's 2. All right, you guys are good. Here you go. Have a nice night." And I'm like, "Cool." And I look at Gabriel and I'm like, mission accomplished, papi. Anyways, that's all I have, guys. Episode 77. Replay it, save it on your playlist. Whenever you guys want to go to Mexico, let me know. I have the Volaris fucking membership pass. And yeah, man, Mexico's a great time. Don't listen to the news. Don't listen to this. Don't listen to that. When you go over there, do not disrespect people. Just because you have $1,000 in your pocket, think of it as you have $5. Okay, the respect over there goes up further than money is ever gonna go. Okay, so say buenos dias, buenas tardes, and gracias all the time, no matter if it's a señor that's selling 5 cent gum or a entrepreneur that has millions of dollars in Bitcoin in Banco Santander or Banco Bancomer. All right, just show respect for everybody, and they're gonna respect you, including law enforcement. All right, man. Catch you guys in the next one.